Okay, Jasmine, we're going to get started, all right? So how's your summer break been so far?
Good.
Good? Are you having fun? Can you swim at all yet?
I can swim a little bit, but not in the deep end.
Not in the deep. All right. Ready? We're going to go over these one more time. I'm just recording it in case, because I have one due, but you're fine. I don't think I have to turn this one in. All right, ready? Go ahead.
Your.
Good. Yes, pool.
Around.
This word's always. What word is it?
Always. Which.
Good. Yes, which.
These.
Yes, these.
Would.
Yes, would. Just upside down.
Those.
Good. Yes, those.
Very. Very.
Yes, very.
Why.
Yes, why.
Does.
Yes, does.
Made.
Good girl. Read this one.
Always.
High five. You rocked it out. All right. So now we're going to work on some spelling patterns, okay? And I'm going to write them for you on the whiteboard, and we're going to go over them, okay? Have you ever seen the letters A and I written next to each other?
Yeah.
Can you think of a word that has it in there?
Air.
Air. Good. Can you think of another one?
It has air in it. Airplane.
Airplane. Good one. What about train? Does train have it?
No.
What about right here?
Yeah.
Do you know what AI says when they're next to each other?
Yeah.
They go AI. When you see AI next to each other, they're normally in the middle of the word. It goes A. What's it say?
A.
So train. Train. Do you know there's two other letters that are next to each other and they still make the A sound? Can I tell you what they are?
The first vowel goes walking.
The first vowel goes the talking. Good. So if A and Y are next to each other, what sound is that going to make?
A.
A. So let's think of a word. What about pay? Right? A, Y together goes A. Good. What about, can you read this word?
Tray.
Try. High five. Good. TR together goes tur, and then AY goes
A.
A. All right, let me think of one more. Ready? What word is that, Jasmine?
Stay.
Stay. High five, girl. You rock. What does ST go when ST are together? St. And then AY goes
A.
So when you see AI together, it goes
A.
It goes A. It goes A. So when you see the letter A, it makes the long sound. So it says its name. It says its name, okay? So when you see AI together, it's going to say its name. So it's going to say A. It's going to say
A.
Good girl. And when A, Y are next to each other, the first vowel does the talking. So it's going to say
A.
Good. So we are going to practice by reading a book that has these letters in it, okay?
Stay is like a command for a dog.
It is good. Stay. Do you have a dog? No.
I wish I had one.
Maybe when you're a little older, you can get your own dog, okay? So we're actually going to be able to write in this book, okay? And then I'm going to let you keep it.
Okay.
So can you help me read the title of this book, Jasmine?
Jack.
Not Jack, because the E goes to the A and makes the A say its name. So it's
Jake.
There you go. Jake.
And
There's that AI together.
Dale.
Good.
Go to
You see our friends A and I.
Spain.
Good. Can you start from the beginning?
Jake and Dale go to Spain.
Awesome. And it's written by Robert Charles and illustrated by Chris Grimm. So here's what you're going to get to do, okay? As you read, after we read a page, I want you to go back and either highlight or circle in purple ink the AI or the AY that you see, okay? Are you ready? And I'm here to help you if you get stuck. Go ahead.
Shake the snake and Gail, the snail, live in
Is this word in?
by
Good.
a day in
That's a B. Try it again.
bay
Good.
in Maine.
Good.
They wanted to take a trip.
Good.
Where can we go? Asked Jim. How about Spain? Asked Gail.
Good reading. So go ahead and you can go back through and you can circle or highlight the AI or the AY that you see, okay, on this page.
Okay.
Does that word have an AI or an AY in it?
No.
But it does have a long A sound, so I see where you're going. Good idea. I see that. It still makes the same sound. So let's look for words. I'll write it so we don't forget. That have AI or AY next to it or in the word, okay? So let's go through the first thing. Jake makes the long A sound, so I understand why you circled it. Do you see any other words that have the long A sound? You're right. Go ahead. You can circle that one.
This one
What?
is AI.
Good. And what word is it?
It is Gail.
Good.
AI.
Good. Good. What word is that?
Name.
Good. Why is it capitalized?
Is it a name?
It is. It's a name of a state. That's why it's capitalized, because it's a proper noun.
Okay. Take.
Good has the long A sound. You can underline that if you want to or circle it.
Okay. Jake. Spain.
Good. Good. You did not miss any. High five. Awesome. Are you ready to read the next page?
We can take a man.
Okay, let's look at this word. There's a sneaky E at the end, so the E is going to go to the A, and it's going to tell the A to say your name. Can you try reading this one again?
Clay.
Good, and I like how you used the picture clue to help you.
Said Gail.
Can you start over at the beginning of that sentence?
Okay. Said Gail.
Right here.
We can take a plane, said Gail.
Good.
No way. I hate planes. Ooh.
Let's look for chunks of the word that we know. So do you see any spelling patterns in that word that would help you?
The AI.
AI, good, and AI says?
A.
Good, so let's try sounding it out. Whaled, good.
Cheap, then you can go by wheel, said Gail. Hey, I do not want to go by whale. Wait, Jake. I think trains
Good.
and planes are a pain.
Good reading. Awesome. Let's read one more page and then we can circle all of the AI that we see, okay?
You can go to Spain
Good.
on a big ship, said Dear. That is a great plan, said Jake. I like to sail on a big ship. Dear, you must have a great brain to think up such a great plan.
Good. Go ahead. Do you want to start to circle some of them? Go for it. Good job. Let's see. Did you get them all?
I think so.
All right. Go ahead and you can start to read the next page.
When will we live?
That word is not live. I'll teach you this next week, okay? E-A together goes E. So it's Eve.
Lee
Good.
asked Jake. I counted.
All right, let's look at this word together. This is a compound word. Do you know what a compound word is? It's when two words get smushed together to make one big word. So let's chunk it. Ready? I'm going to chunk it for you. I'm going to cover up the second half. What's the first word you see in this?
Can
Good. And then I'm going to chunk it for you again. What's the second word you see?
not.
Okay, so we're going to smush them together. The first word was can, and the second word's not. We're going to smush them together. What word is it?
Cannot.
High five, girl. Nice. Keep reading. Let's start from the beginning. I
cannot wait to sail to Spain. You have to leave today, said Dean. It will take a long time to sail to Spain. I will leave
Do you see any chunks in that word that you know?
this is
Okay, so let's look at this word. It's a number word. 8.
8.
What word is it?
8
Good.
days later on a gray
Good.
plane. We will meet in Spain that day, Jack and
Be careful with that, Jack.
Jake
Good.
and their plan for their tickets.
Good reading. All right. Let's read one more page together.
Um,
Oh, these are pictures. We can talk about it. What's happening on this page?
goodbye.
Goodbye. So what do you think they're doing? Where are they going?
They're going to Spain.
They're going to Spain. Which one do you think's Jake and which one's Gail?
Jake
Mm-hmm.
and Gail.
Gail, because Gail's a snail, right? Good. All right, go
That
ahead.
rhymes. Gail and
No,
Snail.
you're right. It does rhyme. Go ahead.
Jake Snake.
Oh, you're right. Does that rhyme?
Little.
Mm-hmm.
Jake and Gail met on Spain.
Let's look at this word. Is it end with Spain, or what else is at the end of that word?
Spain.
Spain's good. When you're reading, you got to use your eagle eye, okay? You got to really look at the words and make sure you're reading all of it, okay?
Spain's
Mm-hmm.
main plane.
Good.
Plane.
Mm-hmm.
It rained
Good.
each day. They were in Spain. It never fails, said Jake. It always rains when they take a trip. What will we do now? Let's go eat a
So let's chunk it up. Ready? I'm going to cover up the word and only show you the first two letters. Good. We haven't gone over this yet, but E, A together go E. Steak. Does steak make sense though? What other word could it be if steak doesn't make sense? Let's go eat a steak. I don't know what a steak is. I like how you're looking at the pictures. Do you see anything in the pictures that might help?
Steak.
Is steak a word? Let's go eat a steak. Let's flip the sound. So we tried the long E sound. What's a short E sound?
Eh.
Yeah. So let's try reading it with the eh sound.
Steak.
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 Steak. Does steak make sense? Let's go eat a steak. Does that make more sense? All right. Let's keep reading.
A steak, said Gail.
Good. Is this real or fake? Real or fantasy? What do you think?
Fantasy.
Why?
Because animals don't talk and snakes sometimes could eat snails.
That's true. Do they eat steak though?
Huh?
Do they eat steak?
No.
No. Yeah, that's a good sign. And do they talk?
No.
No. All right, go ahead and read.
And they don't hold an umbrella.
Good. I like how you're using the picture clue. All right, you can circle all the AI words in this page, and then we're going to do something else, okay? Go ahead. Is it working? Here. Go ahead. Now you can try.
I'm pressing really hard. There we go.
There you go. There's a lot of them in one sentence.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. All right. Now here's what we're going to do. Oh, I got to wipe off my whiteboard. I'm going to write 10 words that have this pattern. I'm going to see how many of them you can read, okay? So let's go over it while I write. AI goes.
A-R.
When you say AI next to each other, what sound are they going to make?
A.
Remember, it's going to say its name, so it's going to say A. It's going to say
A.
Good. What if there's a Y next to each other? What's that going to say?
A.
Awesome. All right. All right, ready? When I point to it, you can try to read it, okay?
Day.
This is a B, so it goes.
Day.
Good.
Snail. Snail.
Good.
Brain. Set. Nail.
Good.
Stay. Tray. Name.
Good.
Pair. Many.
High five, girl. You rocked it out. All right. So let's go over it one more time. When you see AI next to each other in a word, it goes
A.
good. When you see AY next to a word, it goes
A.
awesome. All right, so now we kind of get to make a craft, all right? So I need to get out my paper. Oh, it's in here. All right. So we are going to be able to, have you ever traced your hand before, Jasmine? All right, so we're going to trace your hand.
Are we going to make a turkey?
Nope, I'm not going to make a turkey. So did your teachers ever told you that you need to be able to retell a story after you read it?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. So we're going to work on retelling a story. And when we retell a story, you're supposed to include a lot of important parts that happened, okay? So we're going to do a 5-finger retell. Ready? You want to put up your fingers? All right, go ahead. This thumb is going to be the characters. So whenever you read a story and someone says, hey, what was that story about? You're going to need to talk about the characters. Do you know what characters are? What are they?
They are like the characters in the movie.
The characters in the movie. Good. So they're the people or the animals. They always animals or people? Could they be like creatures, like monsters, like in Monsters, Inc.? Yeah. So those are the characters. Then we're going to talk about the setting. Do you know what the setting of the story is?
It is where the story takes place.
Awesome. So we're going to talk about the characters, the setting. Then we're going to talk about the problem. Because sometimes stories have problems, right? So sometimes the characters have a problem and they just don't know how to solve it. So they're going to talk about the problem. Then we're going to talk about the 3 biggest events in the story. So the 3 things that happen that you just know someone needs to know about that story, okay? And then at the very end, we're going to talk about how the problem was solved on our pinkies or how the story ended, okay? So you can put your hand down and I'm going to trace your hand and I'm going to let you keep it and do our 5-finger retell so you can take it home with you, okay? Ready? I'm making it a little big because I don't want to get marker all over you. Okay, awesome. So, all right. So, the thumb is the characters. Do you remember what the next finger is? It's where the story takes place. What's that called?
Setting.
Good. And then what did I say happens in a lot of stories?
The problem.
The problem. And then if I want to know about your story, you should probably include what? Important things that happen, right? So 3 events. And then what? How's our pinky?
How the story ended.
The story problem solved or how the story ends. Want to put your name at the bottom of the hand? So we're going to read this story together, The Camel and the Pig. And it's a tale by Anthony Curran, illustrated by Linda Silverstreet. Do you know much about camels or pigs?
Pigs like to roll in the mud.
Pigs like to roll in the mud. What do you know about camels?
They live in Egypt.
Okay, so what do you think might happen in the story? Make a prediction.
That the pig, they are going to have to go on the journey to find some water, and the pig is going to get distracted in the sand.
You think so? Oh my goodness. Where do you think it's going to happen in Egypt? Because that's what you said about camels. You think so? All right. So we're going to read using some of the skills that we practiced today. And then at the end, we're going to try to do a 5-finger retell about what happened to the camel and the pig. Okay?
What will a pig be in Egypt?
That's a really great question. Want to read to find out? Maybe the answers are in the book. Go ahead.
A camel and a pig met on a road.
Good. Go ahead.
You are very tall, said the pig to the camel. You are very short, said the camel to the pig. Benny?
Let's chunk it up. What's the first part?
B.
What's ing say?
In
So,
being
there you
tall is the best.
I'm going to cover up the ending. Does that help at all?
Ow.
You ask. Laugh. And then what does ed say at the end of the word?
Laugh.
Good.
The camel, being short, is the best. Laughed the pig.
Good. Go ahead. Keep reading.
Ill.
All.
All.
That means I will. But it's all. It's a contraction. We can go over those next time, okay?
All that you my heart. It's better to be tall than camel. All that you my curly
Go.
tail. It's better to be short than the pig.
All right, so what's happening so far in the story, Jasmine?
They're arguing about shorter is better and bigger is better.
So what do you think their problem is?
They're arguing.
Yeah, not really getting along at all, right? Also, on page 7, can you find a word that has our AI pattern in it? What word is it?
Camel.
Good, I see one more. Can you find it?
Z.
Good. All right, let's keep reading. I'm excited to find out what happened.
Sometimes I argue with my sister.
Oh, good, so you can make a connection, right? Do you guys get over it? Do you still become friends? So maybe that will happen in this story, too.
The camel and the pig walked along the road together. Soon they became very hungry. The road had a garden full of vegetables.
Good.
A ball.
What word did you say this was then?
A wall.
Good. Yep.
Around the garden gate. And